The forest whispered in the night. I tightened the straps on my pack, scanning the tree-line through the bluish haze of Xyra's twin moons. The canopy stretched high above, a cathedral of dark branches, leaves that shimmered faintly with bioluminescent veins. My boots sank into the damp moss, and every step echoed louder than I liked. Behind me, Xyra, her pale skin faintly glowing like the leaves, walked silently, her bare feet unbothered by the undergrowth. She looked human at first glance, tall, slender, long dark hair cascading over her shoulders. But her eyes, deep violet and reflecting every glimmer of moonlight, reminded me that she was not. "You walk too heavy," she murmured, voice like soft glass chimes. "Humans aren't built like you," I whispered back. "We make noise." She tilted her head, listening. Then her fingers brushed my arm. "Noise attracts them." Her people never spoke their name. They only ever said them. I let out a slow breath. "It's just the wind in the trees," I said, though I barely believed myself. The moment the words left my mouth, she stiffened, her grip tightening around my arm, trembling. "No," she whispered. "It's them." A chill traveled down my spine. The mission. 2 weeks ago, I'd landed on Xyra as part of a survey team. Earth had been sending explorers for decades, desperate for new colonies. Most worlds we found were barren or hostile. But Xyra was different. Lush, habitable, filled with intelligent life. And dangerous. I was supposed to map out the western forests. Instead, I found her. Xyra was an outcast among her people, banished for refusing to take part in the Song of Silence, their ritual of submission whenever they drew near. She never explained who they were, only that the forest wasn't ours or even hers. It belonged to something older. Against protocol, I chose to protect her. Maybe it was loneliness, maybe fascination, or maybe because when she looked at me with those violet eyes, I felt she knew things no one else did. Now we were moving deeper into the woods, searching for an ancient ruin she claimed held answers about them. First encounter. We reached a clearing just past midnight. The air was thick with a sweet, metallic scent. I raised my handheld scanner. Static fuzzed across the screen. No signals. No life forms. Just interference. Xyra crouched low, her hand brushing strange carvings etched into the mossy stone. "This was theirs," she said. "Before even my people." Before I could respond, the air shifted. The trees groaned, branches bowing though no wind stirred. A low hum rippled through the ground, vibrating in my chest. My instinct screamed move. I turned to Xyra. "Hide!" From the tree-line, shapes emerged. Not animals, not machines, something between. Their forms shimmered, bending light, their outlines jagged like broken glass. Each step they took warped the earth, distorting the moss beneath. Xyra clutched my arm. "Do not speak. Do not breathe." I swallowed hard, forcing myself still. The creatures glided into the clearing, faceless yet aware. They circled the stones, their bodies flickering between visibility and nothingness. The hum rose to a shriek, then, just as quickly, silence. And they were gone. I exhaled shakily. "What the hell are they?" Her lips trembled. "The keepers. They guard the forest. They do not forgive trespass." I thought about the colony ships waiting in orbit. About the families hoping to make this place their new home. If these keepers existed everywhere on Xyra, settlement would be impossible. Then why bring me here? Yes. Her violet eyes glistened. Because only you can change it. Only you, and me. The journey. For days we pushed deeper into uncharted forest. Sleep was restless. The hum came at night, sometimes close, sometimes far, always reminding us we were being watched. Xyra explained in fragments. The keepers were ancient, older than the stars, bound to Xyra by a pact her ancestors made. Her people had thrived under that shadow for centuries, always obeying the silence when the keepers walked. But something changed, she whispered one night by the fire. They grow restless. They devour more. Not only trees but people. Villages vanish. My people call it judgment. I call it war. Her defiance was why she'd been banished, and why she now sought the ruins, the last known temple of the pact. She believed breaking it might set her world free. I wanted to tell her it wasn't my fight. That Earth needed safe planets, not cursed forests. But something kept me at her side. Maybe courage. Maybe love. The ruins. On the seventh day we reached them. Half buried beneath roots and vines, the ruins rose like jagged teeth from the soil. Carved stone towers twisted upward, engraved with alien runes that pulsed faintly in the moonlight. The air here was colder, charged with unseen static. Xyra placed her hands on the stone. Her glow brightened. This is it. The heart. What do we do? Yes. She looked back at me solemn. We call them. Before I could argue, the ground shook. From the temple's cracks, light spilled out, swirling patterns of violet and green. The air thickened with a hum so deep it rattled my bones. And then they came. Dozens, maybe hundreds of keepers, emerging from shadow and light alike, circling the ruins in silence. I raised my rifle instinctively. Xyra pushed it down. No weapons. Only words. She stepped forward, her voice rising in a language I couldn't understand. Haunting, melodic, like the forest itself was singing through her. The keepers pulsed with each syllable, their forms stabilizing, almost solid. Then they turned to me. Trial. A voice, not spoken but inside my mind, filled me. Cold, vast, eternal. Human. I staggered, clutching my head. Images flashed. Earth's ships, drills piercing soil, forests burning, cities rising. Colonies consuming worlds until nothing remained. You come to take. Always to take. I forced my thoughts outward. We only seek survival. My people are dying. We need worlds like this to live. The keeper's hum grew sharper. Survival breeds hunger. Hunger breeds ruin. We guard the balance. Beside me, Xyra cried out. Enough. They are not all destroyers. He chose to walk with me. Silence. Then the voice returned. Then let him prove it. A shape detached from the circle, larger than the rest, its body crystalline and jagged. It extended a limb toward me. Enter the heart. Bear the weight of our memory. If you endure, we may listen. If not, you are ash. Xyra's eyes widened. Don't. They'll tear your mind apart. But I knew I had no choice. Earth's fate, and maybe hers, depended on it. I stepped into the light. The heart. Agony. Memories not my own flooded me. Millions of years compressed into seconds. I saw stars born and die, forests rise and burn, oceans fill and vanish. I saw Xyra as it was. A jewel guarded by titans. The keepers, not conquerors, but stewards, bound by duty to prevent another world from being devoured. I felt their loneliness, their burden, their endless watch. And then, saw Earth, not through my eyes but theirs. A predator world, spreading, consuming. They feared us more than anything. My body convulsed. My mind screamed. But through the pain I clung to one truth. Not all humans were destroyers. Some built, some healed, some loved. I thought of Xyra's hand in mine. Of the trust she'd given me. That was worth fighting for. Choice. The light spat me out. collapsed, gasping, sweat soaking my clothes. Leora knelt beside me, clutching my face. "You're alive,"